Hey guys, this is Shelley over at the Complete Combatant, and I wanted to share some thoughts with you. We just ended the Mingle 2022, and I had an opportunity to learn something about myself during this weekend. And there was tons of things that I learned about myself, about others, personal things that I'd like to change or work on, all that stuff, right? We try to stay open-minded to all that. On Sunday, I learned something about myself that I think is important enough that I'd like to share with you guys. On Sunday morning, mid-morning, during Brian's block over at the Mingle, right? I happened to walk on the range at the perfect timing when they were doing just about to complete. I think they had done their practice, but they were just about to do the actual 5x5x5 drill. 5 yards, 5 seconds, 5 rounds. And I thought, I'm on the range, eyes and ears, right? I've got my gun, just need some ammo. Someone hand me some ammo. I've done this drill several times. I love it. I'm familiar with it. And I asked Brian if I would be able to join the line and go ahead and shoot the 5x5. And he said, absolutely, honey, you can shoot that card right there. And I said, excellent. So I stepped up to the line with the last block of the day. And super happy, go ahead and went ahead and got my 5, right? So I was very, very pleased with that. I even got a little heart for my husband, so that was very cool. So I was like, right on. And then I left the range and piddled around and went and make sure everybody had water and, all that kind of good stuff. So now we get to, it's lunch. And we've got 3 or 4 team Mingle people helping me, and we're setting up for lunch. And, this is going to be for almost 80 people, right? So my brain's, just going a mile a minute, making sure that we've got everything. And I was stirring the macaroni and cheese and wonderful barbecue place and, taking lids off things, for barbecue sauce. And you see where I'm going. It's just a lot of chaos going on in my brain. And during that time, Howie yells at me, hey, come down and shoot this. They were just about finished with that block. Come down and shoot this. And I kind of hear it, and I'm like, I'm busy. I'm doing my thing. And then I hear again a couple ladies, come on, Shell, come shoot it. Well, what it was the Vice Presidente. And that was what the HK shoot was about. And that's what Howie, was in control of. All weekend. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I got to stir the macaroni and cheese. And I'm like, okay. So I get down there. I don't have any eyes. I don't have any ears. I don't have any ammo. I don't even have a mag. I don't have any of that going on because I was preparing for Image Based Decisional Drills coming up in just a little while. And of course, we want a sterile environment. So I didn't have anything, right? So, everybody's handing me stuff and my brain's still back there stirring the macaroni and cheese. So I get up to the line and Howie says, all right, this is what we're doing. And I actually stopped and asked him, I said, now what are we doing? I knew what we were doing. I picked the drill. But my brain's back there stirring that macaroni and cheese. So ready to go, tells me what we're doing. Load 222, reload 222. Awesome, right? Vice Presidente. I wasn't in the process. As much as you train or you practice or you dry practice, as much as you want to be, my brain was stirring the macaroni and cheese. So I think I'm there. And I load and I go 2 and 2 and 2 and I saw what I was supposed to see. I run a dot. I saw my flash. I knew exactly where I was at. But I pressed the trigger even though I knew that I was a little low, or I was low to the left, or that one was smack on, or whatever. I was calling my shots, but my decisions were poor. I pressed the shot anyway. I knew it was low. I saw it. I saw my flash. I knew exactly what I needed to know. Okay? And then I and then it came to the reload, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a smooth reload. And it was, man, it was beautiful. And then I got back on, right? 2, 2, and 2. No, I didn't get back on. I saw my flash and made poor decisions instead of making sure my decisions were right and I was where I needed to be. I was still stirring the macaroni and cheese. So at the end of the drill, done, unloaded, hands up, make sure there's nothing down range. I waited around, of course, but I didn't have to wait around to see how many I dropped because I knew within reason how many I dropped because I called my shots. I knew I pressed the trigger when I shouldn't have. I knew I made some bad decisions. So I'm like, well, that probably wasn't the coolest thing I've ever done, but I was still too busy worrying about that because I was stirring the macaroni and cheese. So I believe in positivity. I believe in learning from everything. You must fail. I'm sorry, you must fail. And you must constantly learn from poor decisions, right? So I was like, well, that kind of sucked in front of all the ladies that were there at the Mingle. But that's okay. That's okay if I learned something from it. And I did. Because at the end of the Mingle, when almost everybody is gone, we've cleaned up everything. I think there was maybe 5, no, there was probably about 8 people there that were still there, once again, helped us clean up. And Miss Tamara and Mike started a tradition last year. My father passed away at my birthday, 2020. So it's been very difficult on May 20th for me to accept happy birthdays. I'm not ready yet. So Tamara and Mike decided they're going to bring me piñatas each year that I get to go ahead and shoot and have fun and laugh. And they did that again this year. So last year, they brought me a piñata, and we shot it with my rifle at, 150, 200 yards, whatever it was. And, I just went right through the neck and just absolutely, I think, all but decapitated it. And I might have. It was just a riot, right? So that was fun. So this year, they show up with my piñata. And I've got 17 rounds. And Tamara hands me, or someone, I think it was Tamara, might have been Shannon. It doesn't matter. Someone handed me extended mag, I think with 20 rounds in it, I think, is what we had. So anyway, so I had 17 rounds on me. So I was just going to do some mag dumps, right? Just dump the 17 mag, do a reload, and then go ahead to slide lock, right? Just dump them all. I was 100% in the process. I wasn't that hair on fire speed demon. I wasn't stirring the macaroni and cheese. I wasn't reliving the 5x5 drill. This was a new moment in time, and this was to pay attention, quit messing around, and shoot to the best of my ability. So I learned from, yes, the 5x5 at 100% accuracy, right, to stay in it. You got to do both, right, speed and accuracy. I learned from a complete failure, but a failure that I can learn on, from the El Presidente. As Claude Werder would say, the rounds that I dropped and didn't have 100% accuracy, I shot, a bus full of orphans and nuns, followed by a car full of lawyers. Thanks, Claude. That's still in my brain. So once again, did I learn? Yes. But now it's time to get at it, right? To do the work. And I did. So I put roughly 7 yards, maybe. I don't remember. The tables were gone, but I think I was in that area from the El Presidente. So this here is 37 rounds at roughly 7 yards of me staying at it, calling my shots, not stirring the macaroni and cheese, doing what I love to do, and giving that target, my firearm, that moment and myself the respect that it deserved. So I got to leave the range on Sunday afternoon, back at it. So guys, we're going to have our moments in time that we are not the shining hero of our story. Learn from them. Remember them. Don't repeat it if at all possible. And when you do, learn from that. So I thought that was very important that I got out there, that we're all still on our journey. And I still have to work. Brian still has to work. Everyone still has to work to continue to learn and be more proficient, efficient in our own journeys as being a coach or an instructor. Own it. Own it. I owned it. I owned the 5x5x5. I owned the El Presidente. And I owned being able to shoot this for my birthday from Tamara and Mike. So I just wanted to share that, guys. So have a great day, and I will talk with you guys later on. All right. Bye, y'all.